And they called me about 4 hours later, and they'd got about 20 miles out of Atlanta. The Volkswagen had broke down. I went up and pulled it up there to a guy that worked on them and got it fixed. But I had a tow bar, and when I'd back up, I think it would almost hook itself up with the things. I pulled them so much. I was glad when they got rid of those things. And then Craig found a Volkswagen Golf, and grandmother financed it for him. And then Scott found a Volkswagen Passat and
Jetta.
Jetta.
He still got it.
And grandmother financed it, but they never missed a payment paying her for it.
Yeah.
We bought this condo down here on the beach in 1974, and we've owned it ever since. We bought it to where the kids would have a place to go in the summertime, because they couldn't afford to go anywhere else. But I had a garden down back of my house in Smyrna every year. And I grew everything. I'd get it all ready, and grandmother'd come home from work, and she'd blanch it and put it in the freezer. I'd cut the corn off, snap all the beans, shell all the peas, everything. We made about 60 gallons of pickle one year.
Ooh.
I had 2 rows of cucumbers, and you pick them, gather them by the wheelbarrow full.
What was the address of that house in Smyrna? Do you remember?
760 Pine Hill Drive was the last time. It was something else to start with, and they changed it.
760 Pine Hill? Gotcha.
It
Yeah.
was the 8th house on the right after you turned off to South Cobb.
Gotcha.
And it was 391 feet on one side and 380 something on the other side to the center of the creek. And it kept, when we moved there, you could step across the creek anywhere, and they built so much up and then turned such much watershed in there that you could stand down in and you couldn't see it. And I asked the city about rip-wrapping the side banks of it where it wouldn't wash. And they told me, said, well, we're going to straighten the creek out, but we're going to do it on your side. I said, no, you're not. They said, yes, we are. We got an easement. I said, well, you check it and show me the easement. And he came back and he said, you're right. We don't have an easement. I said, we'll do it on the other side of the creek.
I'm glad you stood up to them for that.
Huh?
I mean, it's good you stood up to them for that.
And the man told me, the city manager, he says, we need to start up at Old South Barbecue. It's about to wash away. I said, I do not own a thing at Old South Barbecue. And I said, I'm the one got this started, and I expect mine to be done first. And the mayor said, told him, city manager said, I don't care what day or night you get from the Corps of Engineers, said, call Mr. Lawrence and tell him you're going to start. And they did. And now they've got every creek in Smyrna, Georgia rip-wrap. When we moved to Smyrna, there's about 2,600 people there. Today there's around 70,000.
Yeah. Traffic is super fun there sometimes.
Well, South Cobb was half of it was dirt road when we moved there, 2-lane road. They was called the Bell Bomber Road because they built it to get to Lockheed when it was Bell Bomber during World War II. But we had a good life, and I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed my children and my great-grandchildren.
Not your grandchildren, though.
Huh?
I'm teasing you. You said
well.
children and great-grandchildren.
Yeah, and grandchildren also.
Are they just all trouble?
No,
I'm teasing you, Granddad.
I wouldn't trade one of them for anything.
Well, you know, we always love getting to spend time with you. We always love getting to spend time with you.
Well, I appreciate it. I know I've been a pain in the rear, but
No.
I'm just thankful to be here for 97 years.
Well, come July, it's almost July 3rd. What's today? Today's June 11th, 2018. So less than a month and it'll be your birthday.
Well, I don't count that. That's just another day to me. I had one birthday party in my life, and my daughter said when I turn 100, I'll have my second one. So
There you go. Definitely gotta
I'm
have your
afraid I
second
won't
one.
ever make the second one.
No, you will. We'll make sure of it. Thank you, Granddaddy.
You're welcome, honey.